We are counting down the 8 designer bags luxury lovers regret buying most. From fragile statement pieces that fall apart after a few uses, to classics that are now plagued by price hikes and shocking quality shortcuts, this ranking exposes the harsh truth behind the most overhyped handbags. Which infamous purse tops the list? Let us begin with number 8. Number 8 is the Fendi Sequin Baguette, a bag that dazzles in the boutique, but quickly loses its shine. Owners report sequins dropping off within months, sometimes before the bag even leaves its dust bag for the first night out. At over $2,400, missing patches of embellishment are not just disappointing, they are a deal breaker. Even worse, getting a repair can mean waiting months, and Fendi's customer service often refuses exchanges, even for bags with sections already bare straight from the store. Older versions come with their own problems. The glue used to secure beads can turn yellow, leaving noticeable stains on light-colored bags. For a piece that is supposed to be a showstopper, the only thing guaranteed is frustration and a trail of lost sequins. Number 7 is the Jacquemus Le Bambino, a bag that looks sharp in every Instagram post but falls flat once you actually touch it. The leather feels more like coated plastic than anything close to luxury, and the bag's stiff, thin panels give away its fast fashion roots. Stitching along the edges is sparse and uneven, a detail that stands out if you have handled a well-made bag. For the price, you are better off with a Polène Osmo, which offers buttery leather and tighter construction for the same or even less money. When it comes to micro bags, do not let clever marketing trick your fingers or your wallet. Gucci's Marmont bag, especially in recent collections, disappoints where it matters most: the hardware. The GG logo, coated in a thin layer of antique gold-toned brass, starts rubbing off within a year or two, exposing cheap silver metal underneath. Owners share side-by-side photos, shiny gold at first, then dull patchy spots that look worn out long before the bag should. The interior, lined with a suede-like microfiber, stains easily from pens or even makeup, and those marks rarely come out. Vintage Gucci bags from the 1990s still have flawless hardware decades later, but today's Marmont can lose its luster before the honeymoon phase is over. Balenciaga's City bag promises effortless cool, but the reality is a maintenance nightmare. The signature woven handles, meant to soften with age, actually soak up hand oils and lotions, turning dark and sticky in just a few months of regular use. Once that happens, no amount of at-home cleaning can restore them. Professional degreasing starts at around $225, and a full restoration can easily top $1,000, sometimes more than the bag's resale value. Owners who hoped for a daily workhorse end up babying their bags or facing these steep repair bills. For a luxury staple, that kind of upkeep should not be the norm. Saint Laurent's College and Kate bags look sharp on the shelf, but they show their flaws fast. Gold hardware that is meant to shine starts tarnishing and dulling after just a few weeks in humid weather or with regular handling. Owners post photos of scuffed corners and popped stitching, sometimes after less than a month of use. The envelope-style silhouettes, with their crisp edges, are especially prone to visible wear, corners losing color and the finish rubbing away almost overnight. Store staff aren't surprised when these bags come back with edge problems. It is a routine complaint. For a piece that is supposed to be timeless, the wear patterns are anything but subtle. Louis Vuitton's Never Full tote is everywhere for a reason, but the reality behind the hype is less glamorous. Longtime collectors notice that today's canvas feels flimsier and softer than the sturdy versions from years past. The bag's structure sags quickly, and the once thick handles now show cracks and peeling along the glazing, sometimes after only a handful of outings. Owner photos tell the story. Fresh creases, split edges, and worn-down trim on bags barely out of the box. The frustration builds when you realize this is a coated canvas tote with a retail price north of $2,700, while industry insiders estimate the production cost is a fraction of that. When the material can't keep up with daily life and repairs mean full replacement, the Neverfull's value starts to look like a mirage. Chanel's classic flap used to be the ultimate status symbol, but the numbers tell a different story now. In 2019, the medium size cost around $5,800. By 2025, that same bag is selling for about $11,300. The price nearly doubled in just 6 years, yet buyers aren't getting more for their money. Owner complaints about leather straps breaking at stress points have become common, even on bags that haven't seen rough use. The caviar leather's plastic-like coating sacrifices the feel of genuine leather, while lambskin versions scuff and crease with the slightest touch. Gone is the 24-karat gold plating on the hardware. Today's models use gold-toned metal, which loses its shine and scratches easily. Chanel's operating profit dropped by 30% in 2024, a sign that even loyal buyers are reaching their limit. For a bag that's supposed to be timeless, the value is slipping away fast. The Fendi Spy bag is notorious for unpredictable failures. Clasps stop working, dye transfers onto clothes, and compartments detach after barely any use. Even at $6,700 for Python versions, Fendi's response is often limited to store credit, leaving buyers with no real solution. Across all 8 bags, one truth stands out. Luxury labels no longer guarantee lasting quality. Today, a high price tag often hides shortcuts. In fashion, reputation is not protection, only research is.